Hey everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 YouTube video. Today we have like a 2-in-1 for you guys. And I don't mean mod, I mean there's a mod download, like tutorial, and then we're gonna have a mod review because I didn't even know this mod existed until a few days ago. And it is the More Classmates in High School by Aratmitis. I don't even, I'm just gonna stop pronouncing these mod creator names. I'll put it at the bottom. It's Aratmitis. Either way, it's on CurseForge, or I'll just link the mod in the description below so that you guys can go download it. But they've got some great mods out there, and not just the More Classmates. They have a few others out there that we should probably check out later down the road. But anyways, today we're gonna be learning how to download this mod and then learning how to set it up, because it is a bit tricky to set it up in game. Took me a little bit to get used to it, but once you get used to it, should be pretty simple. Basically, this mod adds in more classmates and teachers and faculty into your Sims 4 high school experience. I know with the regular like high school years, there's not many Sims on the lot, but that is because they don't want it to be too laggy. Now, if you do have a PC that is capable of running a little bit more for the Sims, then I would highly recommend downloading this mod to make your high school gameplay a little bit more exciting with more teenagers, more faculty members. So we're gonna go run through some of the description. If you want to go to the review part of it, I'll make sure to put timestamps in the video so you can just go to the mod review portion of it. But we're gonna go ahead and look at the actual mod description. Okay, so I have it on CurseForge, and this is where you can download the mod. You can also download it through the CurseForge website. So if you didn't want to go through CurseForge, you can download it through their website. But basically, this is the creator of the mod. I don't know how to say that name, but you can add more students. I think it's up to 68, which is a lot. But I want to go over some of the ground rules for this mod so that we kind of understand exactly what you're getting yourself into, and that you can understand exactly what limit of high school and faculty members you should have on your Sims 4 game. So basically, it says, I write this at the top of the mod before the description as I think it is important, which it very much is. EA has good reasons for having the 20 Sims on lot limit because it gets a little laggier. I don't know if you've ever seen those YouTube videos where you have like 100 Sims on a lot and it's just chaotic. But if you go beyond that, your computer has, of course, more to compute. So increase the number of classmates reasonably. So do not overkill your computer by having 100 Sims on a lot, because if you don't have the capabilities on your computer, I would try and not add too many students and faculty members on the lot, but just kind of mess around with it in a new save file. And then once you kind of gotten a good number, then go into your main one and set it up. Basically, for my computer, 40 Sims on a lot is okay, but 50 is starting to lagging, and the cooling fan is running all the time. So that is for their computer. I have a gaming PC, not really sure what they have, but it seems to be working fine when I messed around with it yesterday. But the maximum Sims in zone for high school is set to 100. So in theory, you can have about maybe a bit more than 80 students on the lot. They have a rough calculation of like how many like Sims you can have on the lot. So number of students plus 4 teachers plus 4 cafeteria workers, 1 principal, 1 janitor, 2 firefighters, and then number of teens in your played household plus maybe the Grim Reaper. Number of students plus 20 should be sufficient. So if you kind of want to run through there and kind of mess around with how many Sims you want on the lot and how many Sims you don't want on the lot, that is completely up to you. Increasing number of classmates. This is all through the mailbox. So when you go to your own residential lots, there will be a mailbox, of course. There should be one. We will go through exactly how to set it up so that you guys can have your game running smoothly with this mod. Now, in high school years, the high school that we're given has 2 classrooms, but if you're adding more high school students into your game, they will have this new section called Class 1, Class 3, and Class 4, basically separating it into 4 different classes. You can add them via the classroom, and the others will go to Class 2, which we will go over once we get into game. Up to 4 classes depending on the whiteboards. 4 teachers will be spawned from the pool that you defined on the mailbox menu, and then you will have to assign 4 teachers, or they said strange things may happen. And honestly, at this point with the Sims, anything can happen. But if you have less assigned whiteboards, the needless teachers will leave. So you can play with 2, 3, or 4 classes. 2 additional teachers are needed. If you're at school while a football or cheerleading event is started, it is best to have a pool of 6 teachers. Before you go to school, place 2 or more additional whiteboards on the lot. After that, assign them to class 3 or 4 by clicking on them. So there is a lot of information that we're running through. You might want to download an another high school, which is what I might have to do because, again, we only have 2 classrooms through high school years because I don't think The Sims was wanting us to have 80 Sims on a lot for high school. But you know what? We move on. Basically, so now kind of reading through that, you can go through this and kind of see what is to your game. But to download this mod, it's very simple. We just click the installation button at the top and it should go into our game fully unzipped. Hopefully it does. I'm pretty sure it does. CurseForge is pretty good with that. And it says do not use fast forward. This is an important one. Do not use the fast forward at school when your event is close to a state change, beginning and end of breaks or lessons. The Sims 4 else may miss to trigger the transitions needed for situation change, and your Sims will do nothing till they get to the trigger for the next situation. I will say when I was playing with it yesterday, I ended up accidentally fast forwarding it and it completely broke. Like my Sims were not moving. I luckily had UI cheats in my game so I could kind of like click through the different, activities throughout the school day. So if the mod does not work at all, you see teens not chosen or newly created at school, check your mod for conflicts. It's best that you guys check this mod by itself. So the only mods I have in my game right now are MC Command Center, UI cheats, and XML injector. Although I think this mod can run perfectly fine without the XML injector because it's not using the phone. But just be sure that you're testing this mod without any mods in your folder and then bring it into your game because this mod might not work for your computer or it might just be too laggy and conflicting with other mods. So for instance, here are some of the things that some mods that might work, might not work. So check the Keep Sims in Home Region by Kato, which is another mod creator, for update if installed, and enable the high school toggle of it. Seems like the high school toggle of Keep Sims in Home Region is not working for the teachers and caterers. That makes sense because I'm pretty sure this mod is, as in the name, it keeps Sims in their home region. So if you're bringing in a teacher from, Sulani and the schools in Cooperdale, you're not going to be able to see that Sim because of that mod. If you have MCCC installed, disabled teenage can quit high school. MC careers, teenagers quit high school. They're able to do that, but this creator had a case where the teens did not have a high school career anymore. Now, it could have been fixed because I know MC Command Center has gotten a lot of updates since this mod has come out, so it should be working fine. But if it doesn't, I would just take that out, test it, and then if it is working, then put MC Command back into your game and make sure that the teenagers quit school is off. Anyways, here is a list of incompatible mods that I want to go over really quickly. Zerbu High School Spawn Fix, the mod conflict using the same records. Fix is included, by the way, not relevant if using this mod. And then Rex's Choose Your Classmates feature is included here. So it kind of gives you a list of things that are not working and that do work. I know the more students at high school, it's using the same thing as this mod. So obviously you can choose one or the other. Basemental Drugs, the Patreon version, seems like together they cause massive lags, causing the scheduler of the Sims 4 not working anymore. This is not a real incompatibility. If you have high performance computer, it may work together. So it just depends on your computer again. A Deep Indigo's Delinquent Teens, to be confirmed. I have to check what is the problem with that. Now, Delinquent Teens have gotten a lot of updates since this mod has come out, so I feel like it should work. And then the other one is a Walk By Overhaul from Zero. This one is again to be confirmed, so the last 3 are to be confirmed, but they should all work. Again, make sure you test these mods to see if it is working and not working on your computer, because again, some of them might work, some of them might not. We're going to scroll up again after all of that explaining. Hopefully you're all still with me, and we're going to go ahead and hit this install button. As we can see, it says recently updated, and then we will exit out of this and go into our mod folder. So as we can see, this is the mod folder and we have it in here. It is already unzipped. These 2 files stay in your mod folder and it should look like pretty much like this. If you don't have any other mods in your game, then it should just be this folder and the resource CFG. Keep that in your game at all times and we shall go into our gameplay finally. So as always, we'll check the pop-up window that lists out all of our mods and custom content just to make sure that the mod and all the script files are working. So as we can see, High School More Students is popping up, and it is also popping up down here. So that is a good sign, and all the rest of the mods are also popping up as well. So we can go ahead and check that. I don't know why I just clicked apply changes, but we'll go into new game and make a sim family. I figured what better way to start off this mod review than in Cooperdale. So it's fitting, high school years, Cooperdale. Anyways, we gotta find a mailbox so I can walk you through this mod review. But I just want to take a second to really appreciate this house. This is on the Lusuli Point. I did download it from the gallery, but I feel like it's a perfect like little starter home for your Sims, especially if they want to live in Cooperdale. Anyways, we will go to our mailbox. I'll go ahead and pause the game. We'll click on our mailbox, and as you can see, there's a new pop-up window on our mailbox. This is where you'll set up your Sims in high school years. So if you wanted to add more, this is where you do it. Now, I would assume if you're downloading this mod, you would be wanting to add more Sims. So the first thing that we'll do is click on add. This is where you add all of your Sims into the high school. Now, this is a little different because normally the Sims will auto add your Sims into high school. Now with this, you have to pick what Sims you want and what Sims you don't. Now, all of these show teenagers, I'm pretty sure, teenagers in your game to add into your Sims 4 high school. So basically, we're going to click all of these Sims because I think my computer's strong enough to have a lot of Sims on the lot. So I'm just going to click all of these Sims. You can go through here and count how many Sims you've clicked and then go from there and decide how many you want. But after that, we'll check it. We'll go back into the mailbox, and then you'll see this new remove section and this new high school student. Obviously, I don't think I need to explain this. If you didn't want a Sim, you can remove them. But now we'll go into the high school student section. So this is where it gets a little tricky because normally this is all auto added. Now it really comes to you picking. This is you. This is a lot of work in my opinion, but if you want this mod, this is what you're gonna have to do. So class 1, 3, and 4. Now they did mention that if you have class 2, it's gonna be auto added. So don't worry about class 2. It's not missing anything. The others will go to class 2. We'll click on class 1 and hit add. I'm actually not sure how many Sims I should add, but I guess we'll just add I think there's 9 seats within a classroom. So I'll just go with these. We'll end on Greta Laurent, and then we'll go back. I know it's a lot of work, guys. Classroom 3, add. We'll start. Okay, great. You know what I really do like about this mod is they take off the Sims you've already added into a classroom. We'll go ahead and add the next 9 students. All right, there we go. I'm trying to make sure that we have enough. We might have to put a little less into classroom 4. We'll go ahead and add into classroom 4. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do a little less for this one because I think I'll just do, how many Sims do we have here? Okay, we have 10. So I'm gonna put 5 and then we'll leave the other 5 for classroom 2. So now that that's all set up, we gotta add in the teams. You know, we can't have a high school without a football team, computer, chess, and cheer. Although my high school did not actually have a football team. So maybe we could go without a football team. But anyways, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this properly. I guess we'll put, I don't know, this is really up to you to decide who's on the football team. We got to put Malcolm Landgrab. We got to put him on the football team. And then Wolfgang's got to be on the football team as well. Okay, we've done that. Now we got to go back to, I guess, the computer team. I don't even know who to pick for this. Maybe Baby Ariel could be on the computer team. Ash. I mean, honestly, this is really up to you of how many people you want to add on there. We'll go with that. I'm just clicking random kids at this point because honestly, I don't even know. I guess we'll just add the top 6 for chess team. And then the last but not least, the cheer team. I guess these are our last. We'll just add those 3 on there. And then we go to faculty, which gets a little easier because now we got the cafeteria, janitor, principal, and teachers. We'll do teachers first. Again, you have to assign your teacher per classroom. So we'll add, and we'll go for Anjulo. We'll do that one for classroom 1. Faculty, teachers, classroom 2. The thing is, we only really have 2 teachers within high school years, so this might get a little tricky. I don't know, how do we add in? Oh, here we go. Here we just click the add button. It was right in front of me. But we have 2 teachers set up for classroom 1 and 2. I honestly think it'd be really funny if we had the crumple bottoms as our teachers. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these into our lineup. So classroom 3, we can add in, oh, where's Agatha? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do for the teachers is I think I remember reading something that we have to physically assign them to a classroom through a whiteboard. So I'm gonna leave this kind of blank for right now. Principal though, I think you know where I'm already going with this. I think we bring in Judith. I think she'd be a great addition to Cooperdale High School as a principal. I think she'd really fit the role very well. I think she knows what she's doing, and she could really shape the future of The Sims. So we'll go back into principal. Click. Oh, we already added that. Okay. See, this is very confusing. You gotta remember what you're doing. Janitor. We'll go ahead and I think we already have one, but I'm just gonna click the first one. So he was the first one there. High school faculty. Cafeteria now. I'll just add the first one. I guess we'll do Angela too. I mean, we'll have 2 of them. Okay, so that is all complete. Thank goodness. I was starting to lose it there. But now we have to wait for Monday to come around. So this is where the waiting process comes into, but we shall see. School starts in like 10 minutes for Aggie, and it is so cloudy outside. It looks like it should be nighttime. But anyways, I'm just waiting to get the little pop-up saying, do you want to go to school with your sim? So we can test out 80 sims on a lot. There's got to be a lot of sims on this lot. Here we go. Now, give it a minute to generate all the sims because this is the first time that we're on the high school property. It's going to take a little bit for the sims to generate. I do, however, think I need to download a new high school so we can have 4 classrooms so we can all go on this journey together. I meant to do this before she was in school. Completely forgot about it. And now that we're at the high school, I have remembered. Okay, so I'm gonna go into build mode and then we're gonna generate a new school because as much as I love this school, I just don't think it's gonna cut it because we only have 2 classrooms and we don't even have like classrooms upstairs. It's kind of a bland high school. Okay, I got the school. This is the school we're working with today. It's by Plum Bob King. And yeah, I think this one is gonna work for us today. I think the issue is that with high school, I didn't have the 4 classrooms, so that's why I couldn't add the teachers to it because you need a whiteboard to assign to a teacher. And I don't want to prank the whiteboard either. But you see here, like, assign whiteboard to classroom 1. This one is assigned to classroom 2. We'll move on to this one and hit classroom 3. And then I need a 4th one. And I think there's another classroom upstairs. And I'll just do assign it to classroom 4. So that's what you want to do to assign the whiteboards to the school, to the teachers. So I think because I didn't have the school set up properly, that's what happened. You're gonna want to make sure that you have 4 whiteboards to assign it correctly. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good to go on the high school. As you can see, look at all these teenagers. There's so many of them. Okay, well, the important thing is we don't want to fast forward or else it's gonna lag. So that is kind of a downfall to this because I think within just like regular high school, the lag isn't as bad anymore. I think what we can do is claim a locker. I think the more you play with this mod, you might be able to fast forward. It's just like that first day, you want to make sure that everything's working properly and all the sims have loaded up properly. So we have class in about an hour. I don't even know where our principal is. Oh, there she is. We'll just go and introduce ourselves. I'm not really sure where Judith is, but it's not like we need 2 principals. So, oh, I fast forward. I'm so used to it. Please don't tell me she broke her. Okay, thank goodness. I'm just gonna refrain from clicking that button. I'm just so used to clicking it. I don't think it'll kill it if you accidentally click it. Just definitely makes it a lot longer. I mean, there are this looks like an actual high school. Just how packed it is. I know there's obviously more than 80 kids in a public high school. That's probably like not even 1% of children in the school. But with The Sims, 80 is a lot of kids. Okay, so class has started and we got runners running to their classes. I don't even know where she's headed to. And she's walking like a turtle. There we go. Look at all these children. There's so many of them. And I'm already late to school. I'm already late to our class. But as you can see, we have a teacher in classroom 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's all working correctly. I just need to find where my sim is. Okay, she's in classroom 1. Now we're off to the cafeteria, which I want to say, I want to mention the cafeteria looks quite nice. I think, okay, I don't know where the cafeteria went. Oh, is it? No, that's the teacher lounge. Never mind. That's why it looks so, here's a cafeteria right in front of me. Well, my sim is definitely not a senior, so I'm not going to do we'll just do the junior lunch. We're not seniors yet, but it's so packed. I mean, look at all these children. I shouldn't say children, they're teenagers. They're almost to young adults. We got baby Ariel here. I wonder how her TikTok's doing, or Musically. I don't know, is she still on TikTok? I think she is. Anyways, it's a packed house. I love how they give us 2 hours for lunch. That's the Sims there for you. They know your Sims are gonna need at least 3 hours to get a meal and sit down and eat it and then go to class. Because we only have 2 classes per day. I don't even know where my sim is standing behind. Did you even get your food? See, this is the other thing, that it's a little laggy because there's so many sims. I mean, look at how many sims are lined up here. I don't even think she'll be able to eat. I'm gonna fast forward. I did it. Still didn't work. I'm just trying to get my sim some lunch. Okay, she got it. It only took us like an hour. As packed as it is, it's not as laggy for my game. It's just getting the sims to kind of not run into other sims, and if there's so many sims in one area, it gets a little chaotic. But however, she has completed it. Now I just need to study for exams. It looks like to me the fast forwarding isn't like broken, like it's still working. So maybe they fixed that, or it's just not as laggy for my computer. And why is she studying for her exams in the principal's office? Well, we gotta go anyways, because now it's time for our afternoon class. I'm not really sure where our science class is. I would assume it's probably in the same classroom we were earlier. Yeah, attend science class. Stop talking to your principal and get to class. I had to reset my sim because she wasn't moving, but we're almost done with class anyway, so it doesn't really matter. By the time she gets there, the class is gonna be over. Terrible student. But we did make it to science class. Just end of day report. Aggie seemed a little inattentive in class today. She should make sure her class skills are up before next week. That is the thing about high school. I feel like it's kind of better to have less students there because it gets a little chaotic. I mean, obviously, if you're in a school like this, you might want it to be a little packed, but just be careful that, when you're sending your kids to school, you don't click the fast forward button. I did the fast forward. I went against my own policy and I clicked the fast forward button. It was working for a little bit, but I get what they mean. When it comes to the different tasks that you have to do, when lunch is close to an end, I would get off of that fast forward button and kind of let them go to their own classes. Anyways, we're gonna go back home because there's nothing else for us to do here. But that's pretty much the mod. As we can see, all the classrooms worked, all the kids showed up, we had our principal, the cafeteria, everything worked. So that's how you download it and get the mod to work. I will say it was a little laggy. It did work, however, but I feel like with high school years, even without this mod, there are lags within high school years. I mean, there's lags and bugs within every Sims 4 pack, but it was fun to play with. It was nice seeing like the high school actually like filled up, because you can download like the nice high schools and like the bigger ones and actually have it filled up instead of just having like the 20 Sims on the lot. Definitely gives your Sims more opportunities to meet other teens within the Sims 4 worlds and all of that. So I would give it, a good like 8 out of 10. Because I think, not the mod itself, but just with the lags and stuff, you just got to be careful because it can be annoying trying to get your Sims to go where they need to. And if you can't really fast forward, I know fast forward's a big thing within the Sims, but she's doing her homework now. So hopefully that counts for something. But anyways, I will end the video right here. Thank you all so much for watching today's YouTube video. I hope that this mod review and tutorial helped you either find a new mod or find out how to download this mod. I will say you do need to pay really close attention to who you're putting in classrooms and how many Sims you're bringing into the high school, because you don't want to overload your computer. So I would definitely look at your computer specs and then go from there and see how many Sims works for your game. Again, you can have up to like, I think 80 Sims on the lot. As you can see, we had a lot of teens, we had a lot of faculty on our lot. It wasn't too laggy for my computer, but I do want to preface, please look, test it out on your computer alone, kind of mess around with it, and then go into your actual saves, because there's something worse than having your saves folder get kind of destroyed by a mod. So definitely be careful when playing with this mod. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and comment your favorite part about this mod, and would you risk it all and download this mod? I mean, not a big risk, but just be careful, guys, please. And we do with being careful, we also have the new For Rent pack coming out in literally 8 days. I think 8 days, like maybe 9. We have the new For Rent pack coming out in like 9 days, I'm pretty sure. Like we're T-minus like less than 10 days. So that is going to have a patch come out. I'm pretty sure the pack comes out on Thursday. As always, we have a Tuesday patch day update. So be very careful with your mods and your saves folders. I cannot stress, make a backup folder for both of those, and then go into your game and see what mods are working and what mods aren't working in a separate save file, because I don't want you guys to break your computer or your game because of the new patch updates. I don't know exactly what's being fixed in this patch update or what we are getting in this patch update, but that should be out before the Tuesday before the pack comes out. Anyways, with that being said, I will see you all on Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and with that, I will see you all later.